I'm Cassidy, and this is my PSMJ final reflection. For number one, what do I now know about stress that I learned during this class? I now know that while I cannot control stressful occurrences in my life, I can control how I handle them. I learned a variety of tools and techniques to use to manage my stress. I also discovered what tends to stress me out most. From this class, I learned that while stress will always be a part of life, it no longer has to feel like it rules my life. Number two, what do I now know about stress in my community that I learned in this class? This class reiterated how ridiculous and frivolous many of the stressors for my community are. I mentioned that status, appearance, and money were big ones for Rockwall. Those superficial things are just ridiculous to worry about, and I reject them. As the semester progressed, I noticed that the election became a major stressor for everyone, including me. That's more understandable though. This class helped me realize that I cannot control the outcome, but I can control how I cope and carry on. Number three, describe if I handle stress differently based on what I learned in this class and how. If I'm being honest, I do not believe I handle stress differently based on what I learned in this class per se. I blame the magnitude and the surrealness of the stresses of 2020 though. Having said that, I do think that this year has taught me not to take things so seriously. Things will turn out the way that they're going to, and maybe this year in this class made me realize to just roll with the punches better than I did before. Number four, revisit my biggest questions and or concerns about stress in myself and in my community. Were any of these questions answered or concerns addressed? My biggest questions and concerns about stress in my community were not answered or addressed. I'll never understand why people put so much importance on status. The money thing I get to an extent. Money should be stressful in the sense that you need it as a means for survival. It should not be a stressor in the sense of bragging rights. My community stresses a lot over shallow things as far as concerns for myself and stress go. I previously mentioned I have gotten better with rolling with the punches. I haven't found myself in a frenzy that many times this semester versus other semesters. Number five, what have I learned that has led to a change in the way I handle stress and why? This is a little bit redundant. I'm sure I've addressed this in a previous question, but I learned that life is kind of ridiculous and I should not be taking things so seriously. I had very detailed plans before the pandemic hit, and this year made me realize not to cling on so tightly to plans. It is kind of freeing, actually. My plans for my future used to stress me out. I used to think that there were goalposts in my life and I had to be at this place or achieved this thing at this time or age, or else I would be a loser. So I'm very much over that thinking process. Number six is, did I gain any new awareness of, or are using any new resources as a result of this course? Unfortunately, and with all due respect, I did not really gain any new awareness or resources as a result of this course. I had to pick up a second job, so I kind of viewed school assignments in a just get it done sort of way. I did not really absorb much of anything from any class this semester. Hopefully things will be different next semester, which is my last, and I can give my schoolwork the attention it deserves. Did I learn what I wanted to learn from this course? Why or why not? Like I just said, I don't feel that I've soaked up much from this course material-wise. I am glad that I do have my relaxation workbook, however. That kind of feels like a coloring book in a way for me. It gave me a chance to focus my attention on something unimportant and soothing. What is the one thing I would learn about this course? What is the one thing I would learn about this course that I believe would make it better? I don't know what that means. I have no critiques of this course. Any other year, I would have loved it and taken away so much more from the course. Just bad timing. I appreciate all of the grace, compassion, and understanding for my professors this semester. I have had instructors in previous semesters that did not encompass any of those things, but I think this year has taught some professors that life isn't all about their course or assignments. And lastly, what did I learn during this course that I think I will keep using over and over? I think I will continue to just take a step back from my stress and view it through a bird's eye instead of a magnifying glass. I will continue to take life less seriously and roll with the punches better. As I said, I will probably leisurely use my relaxation workbook here and there to occupy my thoughts and reflect. That is a tool that I can keep using for a while.